The following is a presentation of S Kicker YouTube channel.
Welcome to the S Kicker World Final 3 right here on the S Kicker YouTube channel. Today we have 32 of the biggest and baddest S Kicker racing superstars ready to throw it down in hopes of becoming the third ever S Kicker World Finals champion here tonight. And you heard that right, 32 trucks ready to let it fly here tonight. And the winner gets an automatic bid into next year's World Finals as well. There you can see some shots from the pit party earlier tonight. There's the defending champion right there in the red captain's curse. Howie Pearson is hoping to go 2 World Finals in a row. He could be the first to ever do it, should he do it here tonight. And just like to say thank you, quick, you saw the logo at the start of the show. I'd like to say thank you to Light Bulb Dogs for helping me out with that a little bit. Big thanks to him for helping me out with that. We are back to the show here tonight. There you can see all sorts of trucks. There's actually a couple of new drivers here tonight. Right there, Backyard Jam. He does a great show over on his channel. He's in Nitro Circus. There's the defending champion from last month. That is Danagosh inside of Time Flies. He is also hoping to get the big win here tonight as well. So who will get the win here tonight? We'll find out shortly. Here we go to get racing action. Start here tonight for the third ever S Kicker World Finals. There you can see the logo at the top of the track, and right below that is the American flag, high and proud as always. We have Hunter Craddock in the Titan Chevrolet ready to take on the camera, 9785. And they have Pure Adrenaline 4. The winner goes on to run up to Pure Adrenaline, had him down the ramp, tight, though, coming back with a full head of steam at the finish line. We're going to go to the finish line cam for this one. A great race to start the night, just how you like to see the World Final start with like a nice close race. It'll be the Titan Chevrolet coming back at the finish line, getting the win. But now we have another Chevy Ford battle in the far lane. That is the Ford. That is Monster Jam Fan 2010 Gravy Legend. Great to have him back, ready to take on Noki the Dog and the Felon Chevrolet. There they go. The Felon gets him down the ramp, takes it to the line, and over goes the Legend in the far lane. Might be a little bit rusty for him in the far lane. Monster Jam Fan 2010. He's put up a good fight, though, nonetheless, for him. But next time we have Fred Sword in the War Wizard. That beautiful looking 1941 Willie's Funny Car. Ready to take on DeLo Dusty inside of the Rapid X Chevrolet out of Ohio. Winner moves on to round number 2 here tonight. It's a close race. War Wizard gets crossed up at the line. He will not move on this one. War Wizard got a little bit loose coming off that first jump. It'll be Rapid Attack moving on to the next round of competition. But now we have Gina Clark. She's in her debut here tonight inside of the Maniac Ford, ready to take on Devon Treat and Metal Health. Should be a good race. You get the nice start here tonight. There you can see Metal Health. What a lead coming down the ramp. That might be the best that truck has ever looked. Certainly the best it's looked in a couple of months. Maniac with a rough go here tonight. Might have some troubles coming off the line, getting into gear. Next out, though, we have Northwoods Jen and Medusa. She is ready to take on your Downhill Destruction 3 champion, Nitro Studios and Alien Invasion. We'll see who moves on to the next round here. Right there they go to close race. Will be Medusa at the finish line, pulling just a little bit ahead of the Alien Invasion machine. Northwoods Jen is moving on to the second round here tonight at the S Kicker World Final 3. But who will she meet there in the next round? Will it be Jason Craddock and El Matador? He got his first win a couple of months ago, taking on Heavy Chevy 2005. Inside of Brutus, couple of Chevrolets throwing it down here. And that'll be El Matador getting the win. Over it goes Brutus. Looks like the dog just wants a belly rub. Coming across the finish line. It's not going to get the win here tonight, though, unfortunately for Brutus. But now we have Soren Swanson in Shocker. He is ready to take on Backyard Jam inside a Nitro Circus. He's got a great racing circuit over on his channel as well. Go check him out if you have not got it right. There they go. Oh, man. Double crash here inside round number 1. Shocker, a Nitro Circus. Let it all hang out. Be Shocker getting the win, coming across the line just a little bit ahead. Great run, though, for Backyard Jam in his debut show. There you can see coming across the line from the finish line cam. And right there, Soren Swanson gets across the line. First took a little bit longer to get across the line than I thought it would. My bad. They're not cutting that a little bit short. But now we have Eden Richards and bad news. Strauss Fast taking on Ashley Wilson in her debut in the Michigan Ice Monster. There they go. Be the Ice Monster getting the win. Bad news rolls it over in the far lane, much like War Wizard earlier tonight, except for that time he rolled it on over. But now we have Carl Cope and the Airborne Ranger ready to take on Joseph Richards and Bigfoot. One of only 2 drivers to get in this show statistically. We had a great sign up here for this show. There you can see you coming down. Oh man, Bigfoot nosedives coming off the first ramp. Got way sideways. That's not going to do it here tonight for the Bigfoot Ford out of Pacific, Missouri. But now we have Ian Phipps. He calls himself the Madman in his debut show. The VP Mad Scientist. We'll see if he lives up to it. Taking on Don Bjerknes and the Clydesdale Machine. There they go. Nice wheelie there for the VP Racing Fuels Mad Scientist. He might be living up to the name here tonight, Ian Phipps. Nice run there, but it'll be Don Bjerknes. Moving on to the next round here tonight. But next up, we have Nathan Smith in his debut in Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. He's ready to take on Jeffrey Fielding in the all-new Bulldozer. There they go. It's a close race. Bulldozer does an endo in Hot Wheels. Rolls it over. Got crossed up. Coming across the last ramp there. Here's the replay in a close race. I do believe it'll be the Bulldozer Machine getting the win there. You can see how close it was. Hot Wheels had only a slight lead. Got a little crossed up at the line. Bulldozer does an endo. And Jeffrey Fielding is moving on to the next round here tonight. But now we have Anna Blank inside of the Wrecking Crew Machine ready to take on Hayden Noska, the rookie. Just realized how many rookies we had here tonight. Anyways, he's in the Gravedigger, a couple of Chevrolets. Ready to throw it down here inside of round number one. There they go, be the Wrecking Crew Machine getting the win here tonight. Gravedigger looked good in his debut, but in the end, Anna Blank will just edge him out at the finish line. But now we have Dana Gosh, your Road Rage 3 champion, hoping to hang on to it here tonight. That is Time Flies, ready to take on Caden Wilson in the Monster Rottweiler. Should be a great race here inside round number one, and it is a great race. How about that Rottweiler? Will come just a little bit short, though, getting bouncy at the finish line. Will be Time Flies. Moving on to the next round here tonight, but now we have Coy the Puppeteer inside of the Lucas Oil Crusader. He is ready to take on Cheapo Filippo's cousin in Captain's Curse. We only have two Captain's Curse trucks out here tonight. The only duplicate trucks. There they go. Captain's Curse comes back at the line. That Crusader truck is a heavy truck. He definitely gets an edge coming down the ramp, but just how all that weight comes off that first jump, not always a good thing. But now we have James Wilson inside of the Monster Run. He is ready to take on Monster Truck Havoc Diecast inside of the Blue Thunder Ford. Should be a good race inside of round number one here. Right there they go. Monster Mutt with a save. How about that Monster Mutt? Easy on over. Brings it back around. Blue Thunder got all kind of crazy at the finish line. Here's the replay out there. You can see slight edge of the Monster Mutt coming down the ramp, and actually wasn't at the finish line. Much like Bigfoot earlier tonight, Blue Thunder gets crossed up, got off the near lane. Not a good night to be a big blue Ford inside of the near lane. Monster Mutt with a great save. Moves on, but now we have Violet Craddock in the Avenger ready to take on the defending world champion Howie Bjerknes and Captain's Curse. A couple of old school vehicles coming down the ramp. There they go. Avenger rolls it over. Captain's Curse coming back at the finish line. Close race coming down to the wire here tonight. There you see from the finish line cam. Coming across the line will be Captain's Curse edging out a victory here tonight against the Avenger Chevrolet. Here we go to kick off round number two. Here now we have Hunter Craddock and Titan ready to take on Ogie Dog and the Felon. A couple of Chevrolets ready to throw it down. Titan round number two here. Right to go. Titan has the lead. The Felon tries to come back. Rolls it over at the lane with a nice wheelie. Titan will get the win. Hunter Craddock is moving on to the third round of competition here tonight. Tough break for the Felon Chevrolet. Next up, though, we have DeLo Dusty inside of Rap Attack. Ready to take on the truck's old driver. That is Daventry inside of Metal Health. The winner goes on the third round here tonight. There they go. Metal Health get the win. Rap Attack, much like the Felon in the last race, was coming back at the line. Rolls it over. Tough break for him tonight. That's only a second show, though. Not bad for a second show now. We have Northwoods, Jim Medusa, and Jason Craddock. And Al Matador. They go. Medusa down the ramp. The Al Matador machine coming back at the line with a nice endo. He, too, though, will fall just short. It's odd how this has happened 3 times in a row here tonight. See if it happens 4 times. We'll see if it goes. We have Soren Swanson in the Shocker ready to take on Ashley Wilson, her debut inside of the Michigan Ice Monster. Inside of round number 2. There they go. It will not happen 4 times in a row. Shocker got crossed up at the line. So did the Michigan Ice Monster. Ashley Wilson is moving on to the next round. But next up we have Don Bjerknes inside of Clydesdale. She is ready to take on Carl Cope in the Airborne Ranger. Should be a good race here tonight. Gonna go to a close race. Airborne Ranger gets into Clydesdale and pushes her over. How about that tough break there for the Airborne Ranger going on Clydesdale? The officials will give Clydesdale the win as she did get pushed off. It was a tough break here tonight for the Airborne Ranger team. And now we have Wrecking Crew and Bulldozer. And a blank and Jeffrey Fielding. There they go. It's a close race. Bulldozer looking a little crazy at the finish line. He'll get the win, though, here tonight, taking out Wrecking Crew. Great race there. One of the best we've seen all night long. But now we have Dana Gosh, defending champion in Time Flies, ready to take on Cheapo Filippo's cousin. Captain's Curse coming with awesome looking trucks. Here tonight, there they go. Looks like Time Flies. They both have an issue. Oh, man. Tough roll there for Captain's Curse. Looks like Time Flies might have lost steering coming down the ramp. Looks like he was just going in a straight shot. Misses the ramp. Captain's Curse is moving on here tonight. But now we have James Wilson in the Monster Round, ready to take on the defending world champion Howie Bjerknes. And yet again, Captain's Curse here tonight. There they go. Marshman has the lead. Tough roll there. Nosedives coming off the first ramp. The dog rolls it over here tonight. Captain's Curse moving on. Gets a little bit lucky again. Moves on to the third round of competition. It's time for round 3 at the S Kicker World Finals 3. We have 8 trucks left. It's a long, hard night here tonight. We have a whole extra round. We have Hunter Craddock and Devon Tree, Titan and Metal Health ready to rock and roll. There they go, be all Titan at the line. Metal Health looks like he might have lost power coming down the ramp. That or Titan is just a really fast truck here tonight. He's been burning it up all night long, but now to see if we meet in the semi-final round, it'll either be Northwoods Jen and Medusa, or it'll be the rookie Ashley Wilson and the Michigan Ice Monster, a rookie in the final at the World Finals. There they go, it'll be Medusa getting the win. Endo's at the finish line. The Ice Monster gets a little bit crossed up. The rookie's hopes are done for the night. It was a great showing for her nonetheless, but now we have Dawn Bjerknes inside of Clydesdale. She was the first winner of this year. She is ready to take on Jeffrey Fielding inside of the Bulldozer. Should be a great race here tonight. There they go. It's close to be Clydesdale, I do believe, getting the win. Bulldozer hanging in there with her, though. We'll go to the finish line cam on this one. Bulldozer with a nice wheelie coming across the finish line. Here we go. Looks like I got the camera a little bit sideways now, as per usual. But now there you can see it'll be Clydesdale just eking out a victory here tonight, moving on to the semifinal round. I don't think many people are going to be sitting in their seats in the stadium for this one. That is Cheapo Filippo's cousin, Captain Skirts. He's ready to take on the other Captain Skirts. That is Howie Pierce. This has potential to be the race of the night here tonight. There they go. Close race. Look at that. Cheapo Filippo's cousin going on one side or the other. Couple of bicycles. I do believe you'll get eliminated for not hitting the ramp. But what a piece of driving as far as saves go. Without rolling over, that's about as good as you're going to get. Look at that. One side. The other side, it'll be Howie Beer just moving on. But what a save from Cheapo Filippo's cousin and the Black Captain's Curse. We are down to the final 4 here tonight for the third ever S Kicker World Finals. There you can see at the top of the track right now to get it all started. We have Northwoods Jen and Medusa. She's ready to take on Hunter Craddock and Titan. It's a Ford in a Chevrolet inside of the semifinal round. Here tonight, ready to rock and roll. There they go. It's a close race. I do believe it'll be Medusa getting the win against Titan. Hunter Craddock came up just a little bit short for the only time tonight, and it will be Medusa moving on to the next round. Tough right there for Hunter Craddock, but a great night for him. Nonetheless, now we have Dawn Bjerknes and Clydesdale. She is ready to take on the defending world champion, Howie Bjerknes and Captain Skirts, hoping to go 2 in a row here tonight. Can he do it? There they go. It's a close race. Oh, man. How about that? Try to call that one. What a race it was. Dawn Bjerknes looks like she might have got it from that angle. Coming down from the finish line cam, though. We'll see who gets the win. Here they come. It'll be Dawn Bjerknes. Just barely. She is going to that championship round. It's finals time here tonight on the S Kicker YouTube channel for World Finals 3 here tonight. Standing room only crowd here ready to witness our final 2 drivers. And we started with 32. We are down to the top 2 here tonight. Both of them are the first winners this year on the S Kicker YouTube channel. Let's meet our final 2 competitors here tonight. There you see the American flag at the top of the track with the logo. There she is, Northwoods Jen Medusa, ready to take on Dawn Bjerknes and Clydesdale. It's an all-ladies final here tonight. They won the first 2 shows of the year. So who will be the World Finals 3 champion? We will find out just a couple of moments here. Ready to rock and roll. There they go, coming on the ramp. Medusa rolls it over. Oh man, Clydesdale coming back at the finish line. Looks like it's going to go to the finish line cam on this one. How about that? That's a final round right there. Here we go for the finish line cam. It's close. Looks like it might be Medusa at the finish line. It's really close. We're getting a closer look at it there. You can see I do apologize for the camera being a little bit sideways. Looks like Medusa might have got it upside down. Indeed she did. So please help me congratulate you, Northwoods Jen and Medusa Ford. You are the S Kicker World Finals 3 champion. So a big congratulations goes out to the whole Medusa team for getting that truck to be the 3rd ever World Finals champion here tonight. There you see the beautiful looking truck proudly showing off the red, white, and blue here tonight. The big bad Ford is a world champion here tonight. Big congratulations once again to Northwoods Jen Medusa and Dawn Bjerknes and Clydesdale. Put up a great fight all night long, especially after that hit from Airborne Ranger. She was lucky to even come back and race here tonight, but in the end, Medusa is the champion of the world for at least another year. We'll see how she does next year at World Finals 4 gets an automatic bid thanks to this show here tonight. A great show it was. Thank you guys for coming out here and watching this show here tonight. And thank you guys for another great year here on the S Kicker YouTube channel. We got one more shot though if we do this on the winner's pyramid, but now we got a debuting truck here tonight. Couldn't quite get the other 2 finished, but they should debut in the next month or so. But that's all good because we got one new one here tonight. It's the all-new Samson Chevrolet. There you can see a great looking truck ready to fly here tonight with the stunt driver behind the wheel. Great looking truck. And there you can see at the bottom of the track, Medusa. She's going to get jumped over here tonight. Northwoods Jen's the champion, and the stunt driver going to rock it out inside of the all-new Samson machine. There he goes. Oh, no, rolls it over in his first show out of the Samson machine. The all-new truck, the all-new body. It's going to get mashed up a little bit here tonight, but that's okay. But now we have come with the World Finals trucks with our two captains. Kurt Stryker's behind the wheel here tonight. They had Cheapo Filipo's cousin in the far lane, and Howie Bergensen the near lane. There you see, done a jump over Medusa and the all-new Samson body. Didn't get quite as squished up as badly as I thought it would. There they go. Oh man, how about that? How about that for an encore race? Howie Bergensen sticks it on the tailgate with a nice wheel stand, and Cheapo Filipo's cousin rolls it over in the far lane. He will get the win though in the encore race nonetheless. But now the stunt driver's back at the top of the track in the Inferno machine. He's going to do a 3-truck jump here tonight. Our 2 top trucks and the all-new Samson. There you can see a great-looking stack of trucks. Right there, the stunt driver's going to jump over him in the Inferno. Close the gear strong, rolls it over Inferno with a great leap and a tough roll. So I say thank you guys for coming out here and watching here tonight. Thanks for another great year. If you have not already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next year.